Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about Solomon building God a temple. He said, I purpose to build a temple to the name of the Lord my God, as the Lord spoke to David my father, saying, Your son, who I will set on your throne in your place, he shall build a temple to worship me. And when Hiram, king of Tyre, heard the words of King Solomon, he rejoiced greatly and said, Blessed be the Lord this day, which has given to David a wise son over this great people. So Hiram gave Solomon cedar trees and fir trees according to all his desire. Solomon had 70,000 men that cut trees and 80,000 workers in the mountains to get the trees out. Besides Solomon's officers, which were over the work, that's 3,300 of them, King Solomon commanded, and they bought great stones, costly stones, and sawn stones to lay the foundations of the temple. And Solomon's builders and Hiram's builders worked, and the stonemasons, so that they prepared timber and stones to build the temple. And it came to pass, in the 480th year after the children of Israel came out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, that he began to build the temple of the Lord. Wow! Solomon covered inside the temple with pure gold, and he made a petition by the chains of gold before the ark of the Lord, and he covered it with gold, and the whole temple he covered with gold, until he had finished all the temple. He took 7 years to build the temple. Then Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and all the heads of the tribes to King Solomon in Jerusalem to bring the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the city of David, which is Zion. And it came to pass, when the priests were come out of the holy place, that a cloud filled the temple of the Lord, so that the priests could not stand to do their work because of the cloud. For the glory of the Lord had filled the temple of the Lord. Then spoke Solomon. The Lord said that he would dwell in the thick darkness. I have surely built a temple to stay in, a place for you to abide in forever. And the king turned round and blessed all the congregation of Israel. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, which spoke to David my father, and has with his hand fulfilled it. And Solomon offered a sacrifice of peace offerings, which he offered to the Lord 22,000 oxen and 120,000 sheep. So the king and all the children of Israel dedicated the temple of the Lord. And it came to pass, when Solomon had finished building of the temple of the Lord, and the king's house, and all Solomon's desire which he was pleased to do, that the Lord appeared to Solomon the 2nd time. And the Lord said, I have heard your prayer that you have made before me. I have blessed this temple which you have built, and put my name there forever. 1,000 years later, the Jewish leaders asked Jesus, What miracle will you work to show us? Jesus replied, Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will build it again. And the leaders replied, It took 46 years to build this second temple. What makes you think you can rebuild it in 3 days? But Jesus was talking about his body as a temple. Today, in Christian times, does God have a temple on earth? The Bible tells us this. All of you surely know that you are God's temple, and that his Spirit lives in you. Have you seen the video about Solomon's wisdom yet? It's worth a look. God bless you, boys and girls.